Hi Scorpio, this is Tracy from Northeast Tarot and welcome to your weekly tarot forecast for the week of August 14th through the 20th. This is for Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, and Scorpio Rising signs. So Scorpio, for this reading I am using my Morgan Greer tarot deck along with the magical messages from the fairies, oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Alright, such an interesting spread, Scorpio. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, I have the Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so I have a couple of aces here. With the Ace of Pentacles, this is a solid new beginning, something that's going to add more security or stability to your life in some way. It can be anything from a new job, to a new home, to a lump sum of money. It can be definitely a raise or promotion for some of you. The overall energy is the Ace of Swords. I mean, this is great. Which can be anything from that truth or that clarity that's coming in for you, you getting down to the bottom of something. This could be communication that's coming in that's very significant. For other Scorpios, I mean, this is a card of victory and success here, but this is victory after, dealing with some challenges, some obstacles. So some Scorpios, you're coming through quite successful or victorious with maybe something in your life, achieving this maybe opportunity here with the Ace of Pentacles. For other Scorpios, I think that you're moving. I think I'm definitely reading for a good percentage of Scorpios that are moving. Now, some of you are absolutely moving this week. Other Scorpios, I mean, you could be moving the last couple of weeks of August here, definitely. But maybe you're signing something this week with the Ace of Swords here. You could be signing something that's very important. But this is great. We're starting out with the Tower. Now, the Tower is not automatically a negative card by any means, not for me. For me, this is a neutral card like many of the other cards in the Tarot, and this can go in either direction. But for many of you, I see this as a building that's very significant. We have the Tower, I have the Ten of Pentacles here, along with that Ace of Pentacles, and then we also have the World here as well. So some of you are absolutely moving house. With the Tower and the Ten of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles can represent inheritances, assets, and things like that. So I think that there definitely could be some Scorpios that maybe you just inherited a home. That could be the case for some of you. For other Scorpios, I mean, you could have went through a divorce and maybe you were rewarded like some property or a property that's very significant. That could be the case for some of you. Because we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and then Justice here. So I definitely see legal matters that are very significant for some of you. So again, this could have been a family matter. Maybe you inherited a property. And then for other Scorpios, this could have been a divorce, something like that. And you were rewarded a home, something like that. And then for other Scorpios, I think that you're definitely moving house either this week or maybe the last week of the month here. I think that you're definitely moving house. And this is something really, really amazing. For some of you with the World here, you are literally starting the next chapter, the next phase of your life. Literally, you've made it now with the World. You've made it. And for me, this is a very blessed energy. So I think that for some of you, you're maybe getting married, maybe you just got married. You could be literally just starting the next chapter of your life. There could be some Scorpios that you're about to maybe start a family, something like that. With the World, and then we also have the Seven of Swords here. This is very interesting. Again, for those of you that this was like a divorce or a family matter, maybe something involving like an inheritance, something like that. I think that this is the end with the World and the Seven of Swords here. I think that this is this whole matter completing. Remember, this is the major arcana here. So this is the more powerful energy. And the Seven of Swords, if it's for you in the more negative sense, like dealing with a cheat or some deception or someone who is trying to steal something from you, that's coming to an end now. So if this was a legal battle with you and maybe your ex-husband, something like that, involving property or assets, you know, that's coming to an end. Or if this was a family matter involving a property, that's coming to an end. I think that that is definitely completing here, and that's the success, that's this victory that's coming up for you guys. So I mean, this is really, really good. For other Scorpios, the Seven of Swords isn't always negative. It can represent you escaping a situation. So some of you could be escaping a situation. Definitely, if that's the case, that could be happening very quickly. You could be using this sword, severing ties from that is no longer serving you anymore. And maybe there could be some of you that are absolutely maybe leaving a relationship. You could be moving out of the house, something like that. You're moving to a new home, absolutely. And then with the Seven of Swords, this is also a risky energy. So some of you are moving house, and that can be a risk. So maybe some of you are just simply taking a risk here by moving on to that next phase, that next chapter of your life here, and maybe moving house. And it might have something to do with a King of Rods, because we also have the King of Rods here. So Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. And if not, a fire sign person, there could be a Libra person that's significant here with Justice. So maybe for some of you, this is your significant other. You and your partner could be moving in together or moving house together. For those of you that a relationship has ended or divorce is final, I mean, it could be with a fire sign person, because we have this King of Rods here, and then I have the Eight of Cups. So for some of you, this is you leaving behind a King of Rods here. You're moving on, you're moving away from this King of Rods for some of you. With the Eight of Cups, it can always be you moving forward emotionally. It can be you moving on, maybe leaving something behind that emotionally is no longer serving you. So for some of you, you could be making a decision with Justice here. Justice is you doing what's right or trying to be fair. It's you really considering, you know, everybody around you. So I think that some of you possibly could be making a decision here this week, but if you are making a decision, you're definitely considering everybody around you. If you have a family, you're considering your family. So there could be some Scorpios that a decision is very significant. You're making a decision. And for a very, very small number of you, it could be about a relationship or a friendship, and it might involve three people with the Three of Cups here. With the Three of Cups, and then we have the Seven of Swords here, and then also the Tower. For a small number of you, this could be definitely some things coming out into the open. With the Tower, it can be, you know, stuff hitting the fan. It can also be the Tower of Lies that's crashing down. There could be a situation involving three people. There could have been betrayal or deception of some kind. But if that's the case, you know, I already see you moving forward. I already see you starting the next chapter of your life. For some of you, could be speaking your truth. You could be telling this person exactly where to go. I mean, really just very, very blunt with this person, and using this sword maybe to sever those ties, because I already see you moving forward. You have some movement here in this spread. I see you moving towards new beginnings here. So if you're relating to this in the more negative sense, I still think it's very positive, and things are definitely happening for you at this time. With the Tower energy, it can be a very sudden energy, so it can be things happening very quickly or suddenly when you least expect them. But this is, you know, very, very positive for the majority of you. Let me pull you an additional guidance card. Additional guidance for Scorpio. What else does Scorpio need to know? Please show me. For some of you, could even be finding something out very suddenly this week, something you weren't expecting, and it could have something to do with, you know, a property or an inheritance, something like that. or even, you know, a lump sum of money. For some of you, you're maybe receiving that decision about a settlement, something like that, or a lawsuit. But let's see, additional guidance for Scorpio. What else does Scorpio need to know for this upcoming week? Wow. This is such a nice confirmation. Perfect timing. Now is the right time for you to move forward. You couldn't ask for a better card. This is great. It couldn't resonate more. So I see many of you going through this great change, but you're moving on to that next chapter of your life. This is the perfect time for you to do that. So if you were questioning that, Scorpio, this is confirming it's now that time for you to move forward. Okay, for some of you, maybe you need to speak your truth, or maybe you need to sever ties, but it's definitely time for you to move forward. Okay, Scorpio, so I hope that you found this reading helpful. If you are not subscribed to me here on YouTube, please be sure to subscribe, and if you're interested in receiving a private reading, please head on over to northeasttarot.com. I do wish you all a wonderful week. Take care.